Is this thing on? Hi guys, we're back. I know it's been a long time. I'm really so sorry. I've fallen off my content bag. It has been a busy few months, but we're back. School's back in session. We're back in session with everything going on. I just had my first BSU meeting for this year, you know. Third year doing BSU, which is really insane. Yeah, I feel really beyond blessed. I was like honestly inspired by today, so I was like, I guess I'll get back my YouTube bag or whatever. Okay, so for those who don't know, this is my YouTube channel. Obviously, I'm Shay. I wear a lot of hats. I'm the BSU president. I was a co-founder of NSA. I was a president, co-president of NSA, but you know, you have to get up. There was so much going on, like with planning and with my personal life and just with like school, just a lot of exterior factors, and also just within the clubs. It was a lot, like a lot of personalities, a lot of people to work with. Not even just one club, but two. It was so much, especially with like BSU being an organization rather than just like a standard club. And that's like overseeing a bunch of clubs. It just was a lot, guys. Like, and we put on our first culture show. All this stuff, and it was just like, yeah, I need to take a break. I need to let go of things, and I let go of NSA, like my little baby, but I had to let go of her. I did, and I feel like it's in good hands. I'm really excited to see what they do with me, like letting go of it. You know, I attended their first general meeting last week, and it was so good to see like, you know, like this new culture going on, like, and just new like personalities, new faces. It was really warming to my heart, and just I'm really excited for them, you know. And with BSU today, it was really crazy because like there were so many new faces, and I was like, yo, and like people, like black people were on time, like they were on time, like I didn't have to be like, oh, like posting a story like, hey guys, we're here, like, you know, like to like, a courtesy reminder, but like, bro, people were there like waiting at the door for us to open the door, and like came in, everyone was just like so good vibes, like had some technical difficulties, but like we bared through it. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really very fun, and just it was just so inspiring. But yeah, that's why I'm here today again, back in front of the camera. I was just like, why not get back my bag and just like give my 2 cents in what I do in my life. I'm really behind on vlogs, guys. Like I understand. Like I know people be like, why is she posting stuff from 3 months ago? And now it's like, bro, I'm still in February for my vlogs, and mind you, it is September. So I was like, why not let me do a different format for my vlogs, and not for my vlogs, but for my channel, and give like more of a like direct thing rather than just me vlogging all the time. I know that can get boring sometimes. Even though I live a pretty interesting life, I know that can get boring, and especially since it's so behind, it's almost irrelevant. But you know, I'm gonna put it out for myself still because I feel like it's a cool like time capsule for me to look back at, and for my kids one day to look back at. So yeah, and also people have been saying they miss me, so I'm back. All right, and some also updates. I have a new place. I live off campus now because I just needed a change, man. Like I was so done with living on campus, man, and the food was not good. Like I just didn't have the best experience. Like after, bro, freshman year was amazing, but like once it got to like junior year, I felt like a super senior. I felt like, bro, like I don't even think I should be here. Like, so I was like, you know, let's change it. Let's move off campus, and here we are. And got an internship over the summer. I am very humbled and very honored to be here. Thank you, Jesus. I work at Live Nation, which is really insane. I'll speak more on my experience in future videos. But yeah, today I just wanted to talk about just general like college advice. I feel like it would be really useful for someone who's coming into this new college or new campus, or just like honestly it's like general life advice too. I feel like it's gonna be applicable to anything, to be honest. I just wanted to say a few cents from my experience here at Fullerton and just like help the next generation basically. Even though I'm young, I'm still young, but like, you know, passing the torch, if you will. Yeah. I'm literally using my TV as like a the white background. I'm using it as like a light because it's gonna be set up for me for real. And my room is not fully decorated. I would give y'all a tour, but I still need to decorate it because I need like push pins and stuff and just more stuff to hang, excuse me. And I got LED lights again. I haven't gotten LED lights in a minute, so I got LED lights too. And yeah, so I'll show y'all a room tour once it's all together. Okay, so sorry for the big break. Like in this, well, actually, it was just 2 seconds for you. Anyways, I was just on the phone with Joyce, my twin, my VP, and we were just debriefing on the meeting and just chit-chatting about being in our content creation bag. So that's why we're here today, period. But yeah, let me pull up my questions. But before I do that, let's do our album of the day. It is, I've been literally obsessed with this all summer, ever since, well, since August, since it came out. But Bird's Eye by Raven Lene. I love my girl Raven so bad, and I just feel like this is really her break. Like, she's been so good since her EPs, like, but this is really like taking her over the edge, you know, like, and I love it. I love it for her. So excited to see where she goes from here. She's about to go on tour. I think she's about to be going on tour. I'm debating if I should go because I already saw her in June. I think it was June. Saw her in June. Amazing. She performed some of her new songs too before they came out, and I was like, yes. But it was just so healing. It was like, bro, like Hypnos was so good. Like, I love Hypnos, and her EP, like, bro, both of her EPs. When I get into her music, bro, don't let me get into her music. But yeah, she's so good. So listen to her. Listen to not just Bird's Eye. Listen to Hypnos. Listen to her, girl. All her songs, Lazy. Like, bro, listen to everything, please, and thank you. All right, now we're gonna get into the advice. So once again, this is college advice, but this is also really life advice. Like, if you really apply this to your life, like especially you're like growing into being an adult, I feel like you'll be set up for somewhat of success. I feel like, and also if you have just a good head on your shoulders, just I feel like you'll be good. But yeah, just this is from my own experience. I don't think this is like the one all be all like of how to operate when it comes to college. It's really just what I've learned from my experience. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments, and just let me know, because I'll do more videos like this if you want like part 2, because this is just like some of the lists I came up with. I don't want to take too much of your time, but yeah. Advice number 1, tip number 1, I would say, don't be afraid to lose friends. I would say this because I am such a people pleaser, and I was just like, coming into college, I was just so like, I wanted to make friends so bad, and I was like, I want to be like immersed in people, like, and I just wanted to be like surrounded by community, and just like, I just want to belong, you know. And I feel like with that, like searching for being like in like, I don't even know how to say it, but like searching for like acceptance, it was really hard for me to accept the fact that like these friends I made right now are not gonna be my friends coming out of college. And I feel like because of that, I was just trying to hold on to relationships and friendships that were like, bro, like this is not good for you, like you need to let go of it. And I just feel like it just was really hard for me to do that. And yeah, I think once you accept that it's like okay to lose people, you can go so much further in life. Okay, this is a good one. This is literally, I'm still trying to accept this advice myself. But tip number 2 is to get involved on campus, but don't sacrifice your academics. Even today, like, I was so stressed at this meeting because I was like, bro, like, I literally need to do my homework. Like, I have a quiz due at 11:59. Like, I need to do, and I was just like, all this stuff, like, was running through my head. And I was like, bro, like, just taking one thing at a time. Like, and I was just thinking about how like I was so behind. I still am behind like on some of my classes just because the first 2 weeks of school, now we're honestly in week 4, but like the first weeks of school were so stressful because I had been finishing up the internship and then also just trying to start school. And then we had our welcome event in the first week of school. We had our black tie experience. Oh, attention over here, please. Hi guys, hello, welcome. Woo! Yes, thank you guys. And it was just like, yo, like take a break. And I really am glad like things happened the way they did. But in the past, I had really bad habits of really just putting off to the side my academics and just pushing towards like goals we have for the clubs and like all this stuff that we had to do for the clubs, and just like my mind was just running on that when I had literally, you have to go to school, like you need to do school because you're here for school. Like at the end of the day, the club is just a club. You're just like, it's gonna go on without you whether you like it or not, and you really have to just put yourself first so you can graduate. And that's something that was a hard pill for me to swallow, because back to my people pleaser tendencies, like I just want to please everyone. I just want to be able to make the club come afloat, and I just was putting so much on me when you have a whole board to help you out, you know? And in the past, like I think it's just a lot of like, I didn't have that much support sometimes when it came to running things, so I was just so used to operating like it's all on me, you know? But especially this year, there's so much help that I have, and I'm really grateful for the board that and the interns I have. And it's just, I'm really excited for this year because there's like so many great minds that are really willing to help, you know, and it's not just on you. So take a step back, get involved. I really highly recommend getting involved because it can open so many doors for you. But remember, you still need to graduate, and make sure your academics are straight. If you need to take a break from clubs, do it. I've done it before. Just ask for help because it can be hard. I know it's hard to accept sometimes and hard to say, but it takes you so far, and it helps you so much when it comes to not burning out, and just making sure you're in the right headspace to lead and be able to continue on. Because if you're not good yourself, like you're not gonna be able to run a club, you know. It's just gonna all crumble, and you don't want that. This is tip number 3. Great tip. Okay, please write these down, or just save this video and share it. But okay, tip number 3 is to put yourself out there, because you don't know who you're talking to or who can help you. I am a big advocate of selling yourself and like putting yourself out there and like being your own fan, being your own cheerleader, and just like not being afraid of embarrassment. Like I feel like it's so important to express your goals. It's so important to express your like what you want your career to look like, what you want your future to look like, and who you are currently, of course. Like just be your best like fan, be your biggest fan, I would say. And you don't know who's listening, you don't know who's able to help you. I just casually sometimes mention like what I want to do, like what I'm doing currently as well, and like just what I see for myself. And people have been like, oh, like I know someone that does this and this and this, and you'll find them in the most random places. Like I'm serious. Like please be confident in yourself and be confident in what you're doing. Even if you feel like you're not doing enough, you are doing enough. Like everyone's on their own path. And I would say like, yeah, just sell yourself. And it's really important to speak, like think out loud about like dream. And someone told me like even recently, when I was talking to one of the alumni from our school, it was like dream out loud, like tell people what you want to do, what your aspirations are, because someone is in the room that can help you, you know? So I feel like that really, it helps a lot, and it helped me with getting my internship, because I told my professor that I wanted to do live events, I wanted to do music, and she was able to help me and connect me to someone that does, like her coworker, and like all those connections helped me and led me to people that worked at Live Nation. And it was just so, I just really am grateful for those people, and just it all became because I opened my mouth. Like closed mouths don't get fed. Like, so if you don't open your mouth and tell them what you want to do, they're not gonna help you grow. I'm talking to myself, but like talking to you too. And also, speaking of alumni, that's like, it's a follow-up advice too. Like, I feel like it's so important to connect with alumni that is on your campus, well, that graduated from your campus, and talk to your like alumni engagement on your campus, or like whoever your like alumni organization is. I would say tap in with them, because, excuse me, alumni are everywhere. Whoa. There is alumni everywhere. Like people go to the school, go to your school, and then they disperse into the real world. And I feel like people have worked in so many paths, and if you have any interest in them, they can help you and tap in you in. And that's helped me even recently. So I just feel like talk to your alumni, talk to the people that are representatives of your alumni, and they can tap into you and help you get a job post grad, because that is the ultimate goal, to get a job. I need a job so bad. Yeah. Okay, that was technically the 4th advice, so this would be the 5th. It's the 5th advice now. My 5th advice and tip would be to set boundaries. I am still setting boundaries to this day. This never ends. But yes, setting boundaries is so important because if you don't set them, people will walk all over you. Like they'll walk all over you, and they won't care because as long as it's benefiting them, they won't be able to check on you. Like you have to look out for yourself, and I feel like that's really important. So, setting boundaries is key to doing that. And if you have to reinforce them, that's fine. As many times you have to reinforce it, make sure that they're hearing it because they will stomp all over you, and it's a cold world. So it's harsh, but yeah, set your boundaries. Like for me, it really would be my time. And like I have a lot of energy, so I'm so used to being around people all the time. Like, but sometimes I really have to take a step back and just be by myself. And it's just important to like be able to just take breaks from me. So what I do is just go have myself in my apartment sometimes. And for a long time, I was like a D&D warrior. Like I would just be on D&D, and I literally recently stopped being a D&D warrior because, bro, I kind of started disregarding messages so bad. And I was like, okay, it's important to like have that boundary up. Like I was able to like not look at messages right away, but at the same time I was missing important messages. So I was like, okay, how can I like combat this in a healthy way? And I took myself on the off of D&D only because I knew like either way, if I don't want to answer, I'm just gonna ignore the text. So why am I gonna put another layer of like do not disturb on it? You know, it just was like it wasn't effective for me. So I was like, okay, let me just take off the D&D, but then if I don't want to answer someone right now, let me just not answer them. I'll get back to them when I can. And I feel like that helps me more because with the position I'm in, like is I should not be missing messages, especially when they're so important, like and time sensitive. So it's okay. We gotta put that up. I'm going off a tangent, but that's one example. I'm trying to think of another example. This is the boundary I put up that's like it's kind of insane, but it's okay. So I tend to be a back poster, as you can see with my vlogs, but I do it in a way where it's like it makes sense ish because for me it's like a boundary because I don't like people in my business, but like I love talking. I'm a yapper, like so I love like post. I just love like keeping tabs with people, but like it's for me. I feel like it's not healthy for me to have people like I'm not never a person to I'm never a person to like post like right as I'm like at an event, like I'm in the venue and I'm posting about it. No, that's never me. Like I'm always a back poster. Like whenever it takes me like days or sometimes even weeks for me to post about like something that happened like that day or whatever. Like I'll post stuff from months ago and I'm like it just happened. Like I feel like it's a boundary I put up because I don't like people in my business like that. Like I'll keep you up to date on what I'm doing ish, but like you won't ever see it right away. Like you'll see it like weeks later or like even sometimes months later, like with the vlogs. Like because a lot of things I talk about doing, like you won't really see it in the front line until like I post the video about it or if I like post like a story about it or something, which I like. I like doing that because it's like you don't really know what my next move is. I always keep people guessing, you know. It's like a boundary ish. I feel like it's a boundary. Yeah, because people, bro, there's eyes everywhere, bro. I don't know if you know that, but there's eyes everywhere. Yeah. So this is one of the only occurrences that this will be like these videos, these chats will be like more like recent, but the vlogs are still gonna be delayed. So sorry. Even if it's a year later, I'm gonna still put it out. Cause yeah, I had a good time. Alright, so my next piece of advice would be to not lose yourself. And I feel like that is in the context of just like people you put surround yourself with and also just situations you put yourself in as well. College is all for exploration and just self like finding yourself. Well, there we go. Self exploration, exploration outside, like all that all jazz, whatever. But yeah, I just feel like it's really important to not lose yourself because there's so many influences out there. And I just feel like it's so easy to be like, oh, I want to do this, or I want to do this, and just like you forget of like who you are, you know? So I just feel like it's important to not lose yourself. Always just find that thing or like that person. Well, not necessarily. I don't feel like you should depend on a person like that, but like I feel like find that thing or like the activity that you do that like centers you and like helps you to come back to who you are. I feel like it's important to know and find. So that and if you're like ever like high stress situations or like in situations where you think like you can't like come out of it, I think that's a good like place to go back to and be able to like recenter and refocus and just not lose yourself because that's so important. Because I've seen even me, I sometimes get gotten lost and like it's just I've seen other people too. Like it's just hard to see it in front of you, and or even for it to happen to you, because sometimes you don't even realize it. So I would say it's so important to not lose yourself. Now that goes into my next piece of advice, which is having a strong support system. I think it is really important. It doesn't have to be family, but find that group of people that knows like your situation, because like social media is fake. Like things that you put out on social media is not everything that is going on in your life. So I feel like find out like it's all about quality over quantity. Find out like small group of people like of your close friends, like people that you consider your best friends, and like people that you can go to about anything and everything, you know, and just be able to have them like keep them in tabs on what you're doing, and like whenever you're like in times of stress or trouble, they're able to help you. I like I said before, like don't like rely on a person, but I would say like just don't like be so dependent on people. I think that's what I would say. But like have those people that you can like talk to, and like just people that can hear you and listen to you, but like vice versa, you know? I feel like it's important to have a strong support system, because life is so crazy, and I feel like it's just easy to get lost, guys. And so having a support system is really important, and I would not be here where I'm at without my support system, without my family, without my friends, and yeah, just those people rooting for you. Just look for those people that are rooting for you, who are happy. That's key. Like who are happy for your successes. Like the people that like are like talking down on you, keep an eye out. Like don't share success with them. Like just fall back on them. Like, cause no, if someone should be happy for your successes and not like bitter because they didn't have something like that, or like they don't have that going for them. Like you should be able to know like when it's your turn, and someone should be able to be happy for you when it's your turn, and vice versa. Yeah. Period. My camera died, so I replaced it. But I'll give my next piece of advice. Yeah, this one. This is like a little harsh, but I think it's real. I would say tip, like I guess this is like a statement ish. But anyways, you are away from your parents, so act like it. Like, and when I say this, I mean like don't be afraid to take risks. Like some people are like thinking like they operate as if their parents are holding their hand in college with them. Like no, girl, you are on your own. Like please like act like you've been here before. I'm sorry, you have not, but I would say like some people just like are like have this fear in them sometimes. I'm like, bro, like loosen up a little. Like your mommy's not here right now. Like you can do what you want. It's okay. Like it's really okay. Like you will be okay. And I think people are just so scared to like they're so used to like their parents like telling them what to do, like directing them on every step of the way. Like, but girl, like you gotta make some decisions for yourself. Like your parents are here to help you out. So, like some people have more like of course like parents are there to help them, but like in every step of the way, bro. Like no, please, you gotta make some decisions for yourself, and please act like you have been here before. I don't mean to be harsh, but it's just like some things like girl, please, you got this. Like you don't need your parents to let you know like what to do, or like have someone like walk you through every step of the way. Like no, you got it. And like I was gonna bring up a point. Why did I forget my point? I don't know. But yeah, but people didn't need permission for everything. Like no, girl, you got it. You got it. If I remember the point I was trying to bring up, I'll go back to it. But yeah, that's really it. Just like, please, guys, be mindful. Please be mindful. But yeah. So my next piece of advice like ties into the last one, but it's more just like a precaution of just knowing that the summer after your first year is the real test of your independence. And it's just really like I say this with like just please just it's out of the kindness of my heart. It's just when I came back from college, it was like kind of like a shift of like, oh, like I'm back home. Like I'm, and it kind of like, it's very easy for you to go back into my old mindset of like you before college, but you gotta like kind of stand your ground when it comes to like doing your own thing, and like you come out of your shell so much in college, and I feel like sometimes it's easy for you to go back into it when you're back home. And I think just like being mindful of that and just helping yourself with like, be like an advocate for yourself when it comes to like doing your own thing, like going out, like always do everything in moderation, of course, but and have respect in all, like do, because respect your parents. But I would just say be very mindful of just like your parents, like looking at everything that you're doing, you know, like and every step that you're doing in the way, like just please be very mindful. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, take it back to my first time back home, and it was a trip because it was just like, wait, like I was doing all this stuff back in college, but like now you're telling me like I can't do it, like what do you mean by that? So I would just say like be reasonable. Like of course some things that you're doing in college you can't like do all that stuff that you're doing back home, but like some things you can do. Like I would say like going out sometime, like stay underground just a little, like, but once again be respectful. Like do not disrespect your parents, and do not say she said I can do this. No, 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 girl, I did not say that you can. No, I didn't. Please be very respectful. But just like, yeah, just come with perceived precaution. This is not a perceived it's getting late, guys. Proceed with caution. Yeah, just some things, bro, please stay underground. That's all I can really say. My last advice would be that, once again, this is not an advice, it's just like more of a tip and just like just something to be aware of, that common sense is not common. And that's the point I was going to bring up before, okay? Because you really realize how much people aren't raised the same way as you, and that comes out so much in college when it comes to like cleanliness, when it comes to how people treat each other, when it comes to how people like feed themselves, like when people, how people eat is so like down to people eating. Like some people cannot like fend for themselves, like it's crazy. Like just be very mindful that not everyone's raised the same. Some people are not, were not taught this when they're growing up, and just, yeah, some things aren't standards with like some standards that are, and something that's like, oh, like duh, like you're supposed to do this is for you. It's not some, it's something that's like a practice for someone else, you know. So I would just say be mindful of that. Respect other people always. You usually don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people, what situations they're in, and just like know that, yeah, common sense is not common. It ain't common. It ain't common. And yeah, just be mindful of that when you're like navigating people, just navigating different situations, because it'll play a role, a big role in everything. It's really insane. Everything comes down to how people were raised, and you'll see that so much in different aspects of your life. It's really crazy. But yeah, just be mindful of that, and you know, you're gonna do great. You're gonna do great in college. You're gonna do great in life. Um, it's a journey, and I feel like I'm still on mine. I'm always gonna be on mine. I'm just 20 years old. Like I'm gonna give you this advice like I'm so old, but I'm just 20. Like this advice I'm giving you right now, I might look it back and be like, I could have done better with that. Like everything is on like a everything is a journey. I'm trying to think of words to say, but like everything is a, like everyone's on their own path and everyone's on their own like journey in life. And yeah, things I say now might not apply to me later on, or vice versa. Like things I say, like I don't know, I don't know. Things I say in the future will apply to me now, but like I'll like be like, oh, I wish I told my younger self this or whatever. But I just feel like it's really important to just be mindful of who you are, right? I keep saying mindful, bro. Here we go with TikTok.
Very demure, very mindful.
My God. Just be very aware of like your own growth and don't compare yourself to others. Everyone's on their own path once again, and I feel like it's just important to stay in your lane and learn from everyone. It's someone can teach you something that you never knew, and it's you can learn that from just talking to people. Just spark conversation with people and just get to know the journey. It's so cool. People have lived so many lives, including myself. So I really just think it's cool to just talk to people and get to know them. Just say hi to someone, you know, spread kindness. It's the least you can do. It's so easy to do. Yeah, I think I'm doing more videos like this. It's so cool. It's like therapy once again. Like I love going to therapy, and it's just like my own session, but with you. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you like have any feedback, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in my DMs. If I can answer them, I don't really answer DMs, but I might answer yours. But yeah, just holler at me. I'm always here. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this type of video, if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and look at my link tree. I has all my links to everything. And yeah, don't forget, if you go to my school, holler at me if you see me around, say hi. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Shay. I will see you guys soon in the next video.